welcome back. Today we're going to do our first water change on the Zeovit system. I got 5 gallons of water ready to go. It's heating up and mixing at the moment. And we will go ahead and clean the back glass, get any of that hair algae that we started getting, also clean the rocks of just a little bit that's starting to grow on it, and take care of the bottom of the glass. The plan is to scrape the back of the tank with a razor blade and then use a turkey baster. Zoom out here. Turkey baster to do the rocks and the bottom of the glass. Power head is off for now. The skimmer is still going. The Zeovit reactor is still going. I turned off dosing and the auto top off. Alright guys, so we'll be right back and we'll get started. Hey guys, we're going to go over the equipment that we're going to use for this process. I have a little scrubby brush. Get it from Dollar Tree. Literally $1. We'll scrub the rocks with this. I have basically it's a shortened piece of the algae scraper here. It's like a metal stainless steel, screws together, and then it's for the bigger tank. But we'll use half of that and put a razor on, a new razor. I have a package here. And we'll use that to scrape the back glass. There really isn't any core line, but it's just much easier than scrubbing it with anything else. It gets any crustaceans and all that nonsense off the back of the glass. So we have a new blade, and it basically just fits. If I can get it in here, basically just fits in here, and then the other piece fits on it to tighten it on. So those are two cleaning agents we're going to use, and then we'll use a turkey baster from the Dollar Tree as well to baste the rocks. Alright guys, let's get started. Guys, I'm going to stand up on my little lift here, because it's actually up pretty high, so I'll go ahead and get this algae off the back. I still haven't decided if I'm going to fast forward the video, but it's really not a big tank, so it's not going to take that long. Yeah, it's not going to take that long. Just trying to get it in, man. Trying to get some food. I actually recently just started scraping the back glass. I didn't do it on the big tank for the longest time. And I just found that when the back of the tank is clean, you get the reflection of the corals on the back glass, and the tank just looks deeper. Looks better. And I might have a little bit of OCD about green algae on the back of the glass. Coraline, not so much, but green algae drives me nuts. It's pretty good. I suppose we'll get the side as well. Since I do have 3 out of 4 of these sides painted. The reason why I did that is I didn't want to see the metal piping that I have coming down from the ceiling through the side of the tank, and it kind of makes it, its own little world at that point. There really isn't anything over here. Alright, so that's that. You got to make sure that you take the blade out, because even though the metal is stainless steel, you got to take the blade out to make sure it's dry, or you're going to end up rusting. So we'll go through and do the rocks now. Really isn't that much on it. Alright, gotta get the rest of this rock. The camera ended up dying during that, so still gotta finish this though. And I'm moving shit around. There really isn't that much on here, so that's good. A couple more spots. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and turkey base now. I do this probably once or twice a month in the bigger tank. Just really helps get the crap out of the rocks. Allows everything to get picked up through the overflow and
into the filter sock. So we're doing the bottom glass now, which is why I went bare bottom, so I could mix everything up, put a lot of flow through the tank, and get it sucked up into the filter sock. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on the flow here. Alright, we got it all the way up. We'll let that mix here for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and do the actual water change. I'm just going to take 5 gallons out, put it in one bucket, and then we're going to take our power head and we're going to replace it. That's it. Pretty simple. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I got the hose here that we're going to use to siphon out water. I always pull it out of the main tank. A lot of people pull from the sump, but I like to get the detritus out, so let's get started. We're only going to do 5 gallons, so. Unfortunately, we're sucking out some of that coralline that we spread in here, but that's okay. Note that I turned off everything except for the power head. I did that before I turned the video on. My bad. And that's just to obviously not run the pump dry. Almost there. Perfectly, actually. We'll go ahead and put this down just a little bit for now. Alright, that's 5 gallons. We will start to fill up here in a second. Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to adjust the camera here. We're going to use a MaxiJet 1200, and the pipe that we use to take the water out of the tank, that's what we're used to fill back up. So, slides right in there. This goes in there, and then now put it into the tank. Pretty simple process. So that's what we're going to use to fill up the tank. Alright guys, I actually ran out of, I couldn't find my clips to hold the pipe up, so I used one of those little Omega little seaweed feeders. That is some ghetto stuff, but hey man, it still works. So we're going to fill the tank now. Well, we're going to hopefully fill it. We'll see if it overflows or not. Oh, that's a good sign so far. The clip is holding. Bubbles out of it. There we go. And we're good. So we'll go ahead and fill this up, and then we'll come back and we'll do an overview. Alright guys, thanks. Alright guys, that was the water change. Now I'll come in here and I have it's like a vinegar water mix. Now I'll do the outside of the glass. This thing really doesn't need it, but for the sake of the video, we'll do it anyways. Now clear up. Good to go. We've already cleaned the inside of the glass with the MagnaFlow, and everything's good. It's going to be cloudy for a little while, but everything's good. The skimmer is back on, the main pump's back on, the Zeovit reactor's on, and the power head, I just got to turn that back on. Other than that, everything's good. It will be cloudy for a couple hours. The filter sock will pick up the rest of the stuff, but then I will change the filter sock out. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching, and if you like it, subscribe. If you don't, hey man, I still appreciate you watching. Later.